So guys, auctions, brilliant way to buy, to sell property, to make money, to get the dream home, to be sure that the property you want to buy, you've got it. There's no messing around. It's my favourite way. So Charlie and I have been having a fantastic afternoon talking through all of the hints and tips and secrets behind buying and selling at auction. Charlie's a very experienced auctioneer, Charlie Dole from Strakers, so do check out their website. Now we're going to look at what properties sell best at auction. And you're hearing it from the man. Here we go.
I think one of the things actually I love about the job is the diverse range of properties I go out to. Whether it's from our current catalogue, we've got garages, we've got a former public convenience in there.
Have you? You got a loo?
Yes, got a loo.
Well, that's a score.
Yeah, definitely. And right the way through to we've got this fantastic Grade 2 Victorian manor house that's with
I saw it.
Yeah, and
I saw it.
Yeah,
yes, I got a bit twitchy.
The difference is phenomenal, and that's one of the most interesting bits about the job. Now, in essence, anything can sell at auction.
Yes.
But there has to be this sort of two main elements to it. One, there is the ideal sort of property, and that property is generally it's something that the buyer either is going to fall in love with, and there's going to be loads of competition for.
So the manor house.
The manor house.
Yes. Where I was like, ooh, I wonder if I could live there.
Yeah. Or it's going to be something where the buyer can make some money. The competition comes from they can make some money from it. Whether that's our stock property is your basic doer-upper.
Yes.
Where someone can go in, they can renovate it, sell it back on.
Yes.
Make some money on the side.
And is price point important on that basic doer-upper?
Price is very important now, and that's where with auction, when I go out and value a property, I'm also valuing in some ways, dare I say it, the client and their expectations.
Yes.
If their expectations are very high, then auction probably isn't the right route. We might meet their expectations, but we're taking more of a gamble, and auction's not the cheapest way of selling. So you're committing money and time, and if it doesn't quite work, what's the next step?
But it is fast, and it's very high percentage that sell.
It's
and
fast,
you beat the national average by quite a significant way as well, which is quite nice for you.
It is good. Yeah, we sort of sell about 80-85% of what makes it into the room. There are some that get withdrawn beforehand, but what makes it in the room about 80-85%,
which is much higher than the national average.
But so really, I think what do we sell mainly? We sell garages. We sell a lot of garages. We sell a lot of small pony paddocks. Building plots, very popular.
Are they?
So a lot of building plots. Sellers like selling building plots because you get a certainty. You're not dealing with people messing you around.
Yes.
You can move it on.
And what kind of price point of building plots? And to give you an idea, I just spent £1.5 grand on planning and the application process, and I just got 80 grand. Well, I think, and it was a garden I owned, so it was free to me. So that's quite useful to do. What kind of price points of building plots? Are you talking under 100 or $750,000?
We find the bulk of them are probably at the lower end.
Yep.
I've sold building plots up to sort of about 350, 400.
Yep.
You do see others sold a bit more. The more expensive the building plot, generally the more work someone wants to put into the research to make sure it's all working. So auction becomes less appealing to the buyer. So quite often they then become more of a private treaty sale. But certainly anything in that sort of around that 100, 150, 200 bracket, we sell loads at that sort of price
and
at
it's
auction.
Fast and it's committed, and a lot of people can afford it, so I presume you get quite a lot of competition as well.
You get a lot of competition. We have, for us, a lot of the local builders, developers, they all follow the catalogue, they're all subscribed to us. So as soon as we get a building plot, they know in the area, if there's a building plot coming up, we're one of the more likely agents to be selling it.
Yes.
So they follow and they get it there. So building plots are good, houses renovation, and then and then we also get the sort of investments, HMOs. We sell quite a few HMOs.
Interesting.
And we sell quite a few bits of commercial investments as well.
Right.
Not massively those, and it all depends on the client. Some clients like to sell by auction. Some clients just think auction's the worst thing ever in the world and don't want to touch it.
But they're wrong.
they're wrong, but they always tend to sell well. But the important thing about auctions and the type of property sale is also how it's priced.
Yes.
If it's priced well, it's priced attractively.
Yes.
It will get interest and it will sell. If it's overpriced in an auction catalogue, it doesn't take you long to realise something's too much money because the interest levels just aren't there.
Although I'm sure you wouldn't want to do this, if for example something was overpriced and there was no interest, would you talk to the seller and say, look, I think we're better off withdrawing it and finding a different route.
Yeah, definitely, because
this is a waste of time for the seller.
First, before that, I suppose we would talk to them about actually do we look at a price reduction?
Yeah.
Actually, and we've done that, and we've had occasions where it's been in the catalogue at a price, say 200,000. It's not getting any interest at all.
Yeah.
Had a chat to the client said, I really do want it sold, and we've dropped it, maybe as far as 160.
Okay.
So go for 160 plus. Suddenly, it's brought 2 or 3 people out of the woodwork, and we sold it for 210.
Lovely.
But we couldn't get any interest when it was at 200.
So it's an interesting marketing, using price as the marketing feature.
It is. You use the price because you want to get foot traffic, you want to get viewings, you want to get people in the room.
Yes.
Ultimately, those buyers will dictate where the price ends up. Where it finishes. The vendor, the seller, our clients, we set our minimum of where we want it to be. That's the reserve price. But ultimately, it's the buyers. They'll dictate where it ends up.
Got you. Any other key tips for people on our last video of today? You've got to watch the whole series. They're excellent, fantastic knowledge for people buying or selling at auction. Put you on the spot, eh? I'll just drink my tea.
No, key tips. I've said it many times today. I think the key tips it's preparation, really.
Yeah,
and I think auction, even more so than private treaty, you need to be prepared. Whether you're selling it, get everything lined up before it goes to the market, because it is a very quick process, and you need to have everything done in advance.
Yeah.
And the same again if you're buying. Make sure you've got everything prepared before you get to that auction room, so you can bid with confidence and you can complete.
Yes.
That's wrong.
I love buying at auction, pre, during, post. It's genuinely my favourite way. It could be because I'm Scottish, so I'm very used to the hammer going down and you're buying it. Do not disregard this as a major route to stock. It is technically the only route to stock that is on market at wholesale prices. Even if some of them then go to retail prices, you must know this stuff. So Charlie Doyle, Straker's Auctions, watch the entire series, get knowledgeable about auctions. You want to make a shed load of cash relatively fast? That's a buy to sell strategy. Download my buy to sell pack, written for you guys. Everything I know popped into there for you.